the homie protection, but whatever homie who did that, that's good. That's good. But I'm still saying security ain't letting Kodak fight, man. Now, I ain't gonna say like they don't have a leash around him, so he might have jumped in real quick, but one of them would have jumped in and grabbed up Kodak. Grabbed him up. You feel me? So we don't see Kodak on the ground. You see somebody here. There's somebody here laid out. And then there was somebody here. By the way, this guy, he has this might be the older guy. I don't know. This guy look like, this nigga might have been fucking delivering some Uber Eats. Like, ain't that some bad timing? They got a bike helmet on and look like he's hit. Yo, the cop is ruthless. The cop like, yo, I just stay down, nigga. Fuck you. God damn, the cop is ruthless. He look hurt. Look at the cop. Just stay down. Oh no, maybe not hurt. He getting up. Oh no, maybe he's not. Yo, it's by the grace of God that Kodak is alive, if you ask me. Let me also say this. It's the same reason why Shadi only got 15 years. It's the same reason why 6ix9ine is actually free now. Like, a lot of times with these judges, they say to these dudes who get caught for shootings, and by the way, like, for example, Trayvon did a bunch of shooting, but even this, whoever the shooter is when they get locked up, and I'll talk about self-defense in a second. When this shooter get locked up, what's gonna save their ass is that they're a bad shot. Because if they had killed somebody, and by the way, this is a reckless shooting. You shot 4 people. But like one of these bullets had fucking hit and killed a bystander. You get what I mean? Let this hit and kill a bystander. You're cooked. They don't want to hear it. You're cooked. You're going to jail. You're cooked. You're done. You're going to get aggravated assault with a deadly weapon because your aim ain't that good. But if you had shot a nigga and killed him, that's murder. They don't give a fuck. It's murder. Second or third degree, definitely. And all of those carry 25. You not getting out before that. So all that shit, niggas and shooters and second, third, some of y'all need to thank God y'all can't shoot shit. Because if y'all had killed a bystander, you're cooked. They don't want to hear it. This is LA. This is not Florida. This is not Georgia. Self-defense, as some people are trying to say, oh, it's self-defense. Somebody's getting jumped. By the way, in Florida, in Florida and Georgia, if your man's is getting jumped, if you feel, and here's the thing that people don't really like think about when it's self-defense. You could use self-defense even if you're not getting your ass whooped, right? But you have to prove in court that you feel that the nigga who you were defending, his life was at risk. It's not that somebody punch your friend and you shoot him. No. Now, if you feel somebody's about to kill your friend, kill your family member, kill your child, kill your mother, kill somebody, if you feel that's where it's at, you could kill that person. Facts. That's how it goes. That's in those states because they have a stand your ground state. And it's not only for yourself. So the way that Trayvon Martin case ended with George Zimmerman beating the case, he proved to the judge, I was getting my ass beat so much I felt I was going to go unconscious that, listen, this was my only option. I felt I was going to die. As soon as you prove that part, they're going to be like, well, if you feel you were going to die and you were in fear of your life, you could kill that person. That's why I beat the case. With these type of situations, not because a nigga punch you, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not, it's kind of a, you could have a case go to court because, you know what I mean? That nigga could have, whoever who was getting jumped could go to court and be like, yeah, Your Honor, like, I don't remember anything after the first punch. I was basically knocked out, and I did think they were going to kill me, right? To support whoever who shoots story. But it's not like that. And by the way, that's only for those southern states with stand your ground. Let's go back to K-Flock. Let's go back to, because that's New York. Let's go back to this. This is LA, California, LA, even Jersey, you cannot just kill niggas because you feel they was beating you up. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even have the gun out there. Right? But here's the thing. The moment Kodak turns around, every shot you fired is attempted murder. See, that's the difference between California and Georgia. In Georgia, as long as you can prove that the nigga they were beating, he was in fear of his life, you kill everybody on the scene. You kill everybody. It's cool. You kill everybody, just turn your gun in. They give it back to you in like 2 weeks to like a few months. It's done. In Cali and LA, the moment a nigga shows they're not a threat, so really, like, and this is why if you ask certain legal attorneys, they hope there's no video, and then they hope you kill everybody. I'm going to tell you why they hope you kill everybody. Because a dead man tell no tales. Because if you kill somebody, right, the nigga you kill, he ain't going to get a chance to testify to say, yeah, I was beating up his mans, but after I heard the shot, I turned around and started running, and he shot me 5 more times. That's not self-defense no more. That's attempted murder. It's weird. It's the reason why Taxstone's case with Troy Ave is going to get very interesting. Because, okay, cool. Taxstone actually, allegedly pulled the trigger and killed the bodyguard of Troy Ave. Troy Ave gets shot by Taxstone, punches him, wrestles away the gun, gets the gun in his hand, and then chases Taxstone out the club firing at Taxstone. Hear how it works in New York. In New York, once you get the gun and once you're chasing him, it's not self-defense no more, even though he killed your mans and shot you. It's not self-defense. At that point, it's attempted murder, which is weird. It's weird because in Florida, the stand your ground rule is the don't start none, won't be none rule. Which means if a nigga come to you and start some issue, you could chase that nigga down and clap him. And the cops gonna be like, okay, as long as you can prove that he was about to kill you at first, we don't give a fuck if you chased him. We don't care what you did to that nigga. Tell that nigga to rest in peace with Ray Sean. Sorry, that's what I'm gonna tell you. That's why stand your ground rules are very important. They just did this, and listen, by the way, I'm up on all these rules. They just a few years ago they just clarified a new rule when it comes to your crib. So here are the rules used to go when it comes to your crib. If someone breaks into your crib in New York, New Jersey, and a lot of these upper states, nigga, they could say you had $1 million in your crib. They have the bag of the $1 million. They got all your jewelry. They got everything you care about in life, and they're walking out the house with it, right? If you pull up on them and you like, yo, give me my shit, and the nigga looks at you and say, nigga, fuck you, and he's walking towards the door with all your money, and if you shoot him, that's attempted murder. You have to let that person go because they're not a threat to your life. You can't do nothing to them. They just changed it recently. Now in Florida, you kill that person. You should clap him. You clap him. You know what I mean. You do a little dance over their body, piss on them. It's all good. Call the cops. They don't give a fuck. You could bury that nigga in the backyard. They don't care. They just changed. It was basically a court case. Nowadays, they have what's called, I don't know if it was in Virginia. There was another state that kind of adopted it first because they proved something, which is, hey, listen, people in America, according to the Constitution, have a right to defend their home, which if you could Google it, it's called the Castle Doctrine, which basically means if you're in your house and a nigga pulls up in your house, you have the right to use whatever force you may deem necessary that you think is protecting your residence, which means protecting your property, protecting other family members, or protecting yourself. Which, again, this is all technicality shit because, like, literally before the law was if a nigga steal your shit and they're in your house, you can't clap them because they're walking out and they ain't threaten you. Now it's like you catch a nigga in your house, put him 6 feet under, like, which is good. Okay, that's another thing I just seen somebody say. Yeah, that's another thing. If y'all in the streets toting guns and y'all don't know the laws, put the gun down. If you're in the streets toting guns and you don't know gun laws, put the gun down. Put the gun down. Seriously. Because you might be equipped to use it, but you won't know when you're legally authorized. And sometimes using it in a way where is illegal is going to put you in hot water where you're going to jail. They don't care. Somebody said Fed Act collab. Now, salute to my man Myron, you know what I mean? He was a Fed, you know? So, and shit, man, I did a lot of research on all these things. But when it comes to like a gun case like this, trust me, when I go to, as I said, I'm a legal weapon owner. I have over 50 weapons. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know if y'all know. Like, they're all over the fucking place. I got 3 in here. Like, I'm sorry. It's all over the place. You know what I mean? It's a big-ass fucking house. You never knew when Ruri's coming through the window. We got to get that nigga 15 to the gut. You heard me? And again, this is all if he's coming in here. So, here's the point. I travel with them. Like, today, so I got on a plane today from Miami Airport. I always got to show up early. I got to check in my weapons. You feel me? All are legally licensed in my name. New York is like anal. One time I flew through New York. What do they call? Port Authority Police brings me to a fucking other shit. I got to show them permits for everything. But again, I'm legal. You feel me? Like in Jersey, you could kind of fly. You can fly with it much more easier. In New York, because both airports are in New York City, they don't hand out gun permits in New York City. So that's the thing about drill music I was trying to tell y'all. All these things are within the confines of what New York City is. Whether you're in Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn, that's New York City. Unless you're a former law enforcement officer, you cannot have a handgun. You cannot. So any of these little niggas who's showing their guns, you cannot have a gun. You're already illegal. They don't issue nothing. There's no conditional. You're not getting it. You cannot get it in New York City. Like, I'll tell you this. I have a concealed carry for Pennsylvania. It tells me you could bring it everywhere in Pennsylvania, but once you get to Philly, nigga, put that bitch up. That's what it is. I know the laws. I got my car with me. You feel me? Again, now if I'm in Philly toting like a motherfucker and I do some dumb shit, even if I think it's self-defense, you know what they're gonna say? Nigga, you shouldn't have had it in Philly. The fuck is you doing? You gotta know what you gotta do. But mostly, like, I'm talking as a legal person. These niggas is not legal. These niggas is illegal. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you from a legal perspective. Like, there's like people who make money legally should have a weapon because it can't be only the criminals. So I'm telling you from the legal perspective. These niggas who are toting it in a Dior bag, who think, like, these things are most likely illegal. You get me? And if they're down to shoot and they get a drop of a dime, they're most likely legal. So they're just getting slammed. They're going straight to jail. So yeah. Hold on. Wait, who's calling me? Yo, who the fuck? Why is Kanye West still posting this nigga Pete Davis? Nah, Kanye going crazy on this nigga, bro. Damn. All right, we'll get to that. So the point I'm trying to say is that, yo, they're gonna catch this dude. I'm pretty sure self-defense will be the thing. It's not gonna work. Everybody keeps thinking that because somebody punches you in the mouth, you shoot them. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If someone on Kodak's team had a gun on them, that's self-defense. It is. It is. It is. And by the way, that's the reason why that Vaughn case is like so interesting. Because if you really watch the video, there were other weapons around. And you could go to court and say, well, if I'm Lil Tim, I seen a nigga with a gun over there and I see my homie getting beat up, and I think the guy with the gun is coming over to help the guy beating up my friend. So I hopped out with my gun and I started shooting. That's the case. Not saying people are gonna believe it or the jury or whatever, but that would fall. I'm not a lawyer. That you have a legit case. Let's see how it goes. Here's the thing about that too. That's why they be saying, ask any self-defense lawyer. They tell you if you're gonna use your gun, you got to kill the nigga. There's no legas. Like that sound good in Toronto. There's no legas. You gotta kill him. You gotta kill him. Like they tell you, this gun, when you use it, kill him. Because when you get to court, there's only one side. I'm telling you the truth. There's only one side. Okay? And I know you might be like, oh, no, I shot that nigga and he a street nigga, so he not going to tell on me. If that nigga get on the stand and start singing, you're going to jail. So rather hoping that nigga don't snitch on you, kill him. You got to do it. I'm telling you. Sorry. Listen, ask any defense attorney. I'm telling you. They always said, also, like, if somebody break into your house, you got to kill them too. I'm serious. They always say if you're going to engage them with a gun, try to kill them because you don't want another side of the story. When you kill them, let their body rot. Let the cops come get them. You talk to your attorney. Don't talk to cops. You give your gun up. If you're legal. This is for legal people. If you're illegal, I don't know what type of rules I play by. I'm talking about legal people. You and your lawyer get the story straight. Remember, the other nigga dead as fuck, and then you're going to tell your lawyer, and there's going to be one side. So the cop got to create the side of the dead nigga, and you just tell him exactly what you did. Be like, yeah, that dead nigga. Be like, I know y'all ain't see it, but that dead nigga, he raised his gun. You know what I mean? Like, he reached for something. That nigga, like, he flashes. He lifted his shirt like he was flashing some shit. I thought it was a gun. You cry a little bit in court. Look at that nigga Kyle Rittenhouse. Even though the people he shot was, I think they're alive. Well, one died. You cry a little bit in court. If it gets to court, beat the case. Beat the case. Telling you. That's what my lawyer told me, man. He said, pussy nigga start playing with you like that, you ain't get these license for no reason. Just don't make sure that if we gotta go to court, we only hear one side of the story. You know what I mean? Hey, you ever hear the saying? The only way to keep a secret between two people is if one is dead. You ever hear that one? Oh, yeah, I ain't hear that one yet. You ain't hear that one. They say they said the only way two people keep a secret is if one gets killed. Remember that. So when you get to court, you tell a whole different story. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga kicked my door with his hand in the air. Like, I didn't know he was making a finger cut. A nigga black as fuck. I thought it was a weapon. Holy. You know what I mean? I was just firing back. Chat, the whole point of me saying that is that salute to the legal gun owners. These things in the videos is fucked. Kodak needs real security too. Shit. I'm telling you, real security is supposed to get you out of the way. But that's not the gangster way. Like, I don't know why people celebrate that so much. It don't end well. All right? Yeah, I hear y'all be like, by the way, Reddit, to everybody on Reddit, Torontology. Okay. The Kodak Black Reddit. Listen, could y'all calm down? Like, you know what's so funny? Y'all love gangster rappers so much these days, but as soon as some shit happened, y'all saw the crime before. Like, niggas was still shocked. They're like, oh my God, there was a girl that solved Young Dolph's murder like 2 hours later. But y'all the same person that if I went on YouTube and just tell y'all what happened, y'all be like, why you snitching? Do y'all like y'all want people to talk about who did it, but y'all like selective snitching. Y'all like selective snitching. I guarantee y'all wouldn't mind if somebody snitched in a Pop Smoke case. You know why? Y'all love Pop Smoke. But let it be a nigga y'all don't like. Yo, chill, stop snitching, bro. Leave it in the streets. This is why when people play into the internet shit, I be like, y'all are dumb. The internet is like, yo, it's who you like. It's not. There's no fucking code. It's the internet. Keep it 100. If there was somebody who could snitch in a Pop Smoke case, wouldn't you want him to snitch? Of course. We want to know the tea. We want to know what the fuck happened. Like, a lot of y'all be acting like y'all some street niggas. It doesn't even matter. Speaking of Pop Smoke, let me see if I can find this shit.